All right, I am so excited. Hopefully by now you have got your profile in place. Your house is ready, so to speak, right? You're ready to start the party. Everything is looking great. You've got a client-facing profile. Now let's get into the good stuff. Let's get into prospecting. Let's get you some business on LinkedIn. Now there's a very specific formula I want to teach you on how to go prospecting on LinkedIn. This is the single fastest way to do it, and it involves an automation tool, a shortcut that I love using. So pay close attention to this, follow along step by step, and what we're going to be able to do by the time you're done with this module is have you inviting and connecting and engaging with your ideal prospects on LinkedIn. So let's do it. This is a great way to both personalize your engagement with new prospects on LinkedIn, but also to do it on autopilot, automatically, without having to sit there and copy and paste and do a bunch of things. This is the best of both worlds. This is technology at its finest. So let me show you what I'm talking about. It all has to do with my favorite little LinkedIn automation tool called LinMail Pro, this little paper airplane here. You can see that up close, and I'm going to explain more about how that works in a minute, but just so you know for right now, LinMail Pro is an add-on to the Google Chrome internet browser. It's something you pay for in the Google Chrome web store. Then you add this into your browser and you're able to do a bunch of different things on LinkedIn using LinMail Pro, okay? So I wanted to make that clear. First things first, let's go get some prospects. So I'm going to go up here in my LinkedIn search bar and I'm going to type in, let's say I want to get in front of some business development executives. Now you'll notice when I typed in business development, I put quotation marks around it. That's called a Boolean search. That's basically telling LinkedIn's internal search engine, hey, John only wants search results that have this exact phrase, business development. Because again, I want people with that job title. So I'm going to go ahead and hit return and run my search. Now this is where the secret sauce, the magic of LinkedIn comes into play. You can see here, I've pulled up a bunch of results. I've got 14 million search results, but the key is filtering the search, right? So all along the side here where I'm drawing, you can see you can filter by relationship, location, company name, all kinds of different things. So I want to take you a little deeper into that. The first thing we're going to do is filter by people, right? Because I want to connect with real people. I'm not looking for a job or a company or anything like that. Now you can see it filters by, okay, people. There's 14 million people on LinkedIn with the term business development in their job title. Okay, fine. But again, I want to filter it by relationship, second level connections, people I'm not already connected to, but they're one step away from me. So now you can see it's reduced that number to 1.5 million people. Again, second level connections. And you're thinking, wow, this is really cool, John, but how are you going to personalize this? Oh, here's where the magic comes in. Watch this. So again, depending on the approach or the angle you want to take, depending on where you live, there's several different ways we can do this. One would be by location, right? So let's say I live in Minneapolis, St. Paul. So I'm going to filter the search results by my city, by my location. Now what LinkedIn has done here in the middle is you can see everyone in here is filtered by business development and also where they live and work, which is where I live and work. Minneapolis, St. Paul, business development. I've got another one, Minneapolis, St. Paul, business development. Now, this is where the really fun part comes in. Think about how easy it would be to personalize an invitation to each person on the list, right? I live in Minneapolis, St. Paul. I can mention the weather in my invitation. I can do any of those things. Now, if I wanted to go a different direction, undo the location, maybe I wanted to target people at a certain company. So I could target all the people, let me scroll down here, at IBM, right? Maybe I want to, mention something personal about IBM in my invitation. Well, now I've got all these business development executives at IBM. Again, I can make a personal invite to them. And you're thinking, wow, that sounds like a lot of work, but it won't be. Remember my little magic plugin. I'm going to show you that in a second. One other thing you can do as well is you can do it by industry. So I can make a personal invitation about the marketing and advertising industry. Or you can see staffing and recruiting is on there. Well, let me scroll back down to that. You can see staffing and recruiting, computer software, human resources, IT. I can add an industry. I can type in the industry I want to focus on. Maybe I can find some healthcare business development people. Let's see, what did I get here? Hospital and healthcare. I could change it and filter it by that. But do you start to see the power of this? Because again, I could scroll down. I could do it by what school they went to if I wanted to make personal invitations about, oh, I see you went to the University of Minnesota or Penn State or the University of Texas or New York, NYU, right? There's all these different ways that now I can sort and lay out a list of prospects with a personal, item attached to it. All right, so just to finish this example out, what I'm going to do is show you how to actually follow through and use the shortcut invitation method here with the personal invite. So I'm just going to pick location, Minneapolis, St. Paul. I'm going to go with that. It's a very simple example, a simple invite. Now, this is where the magic stuff comes in. I go up to where LinMail Pro is. Remember my little paper airplane here? I click Connect Requests, and what you'll see on the next page here on my results is now it says, do you want to select these people for LinMail? Again, these are people I'm not connected to who live in Minneapolis, St. Paul, who work with in business development with their job title. This is my, let's say, exact target audience, prospects. So what I'm going to do is say, yes, I want to add all these folks to LinMail to my queue. So I'll just do 10 as an example. You could go through and do 20, 30, 40, 50 of these, right? I've got over 1,200 results just here in the Twin Cities of business development people. Now, here's what I want to do. Go into LinMail Pro. You can see the drop-down options for how to use LinMail Pro. Do I want to do one-on-one messages, connect requests, visit profiles? I want to do connection requests. So I open up my dashboard. You can see a new screen. Now, what's going to happen here on LinMail Pro, let me walk you through this. On the right-hand side, you can see where it says the queue, the line basically, here's all the people that I'm going to send personal invites to. Okay, and I can save the queue right here. I can export it. I can have spreadsheets and lists. It'll take all their information for me. This is why I love this plugin, right? It's incredible the amount of data you can pull with LinkedIn. So let's go over here to the personal invite, right? Remember the beginning of this video, I said automate and personalize. So I'm going to say, hi, insert first name. Came across your profile here on LinkedIn, was intrigued and would love to connect. Also, I noticed you live here in the MSP area like I do. Glorious weather today, isn't it? And I'll say finally, because I'm in Minnesota, we always joke about the weather. Cheers and look forward to connecting. Right, and this is a very generic invite. All I'm doing is I'm making it personal with their name and also talking about the weather and that we live in the same city. This is critical because it's building in different trust factors, correct? So you can see down here the little preview where it inserts the name of the first person. Hi, Susan, came across your profile, was intrigued, da-da-da-da-da. I also live in Minneapolis, great weather today, right? So you could do this for anything. You could say, hey, I noticed you went to Harvard, I did too, or hey, I noticed you work in the telecom industry, how do you like it? However you want to make that personal part of your invite, you add it there in that section in the text. So now this is really where the magic comes in. Again, going back to my LinMail Pro dashboard, I can see all the names here, make sure all the first names look good. Now I've got a little LinMail Pro widget that I got to make sure is running here. Yep, it's running. And this is all part of how the software works once you purchase it and get going. And I click go, and then watch what happens. It opens up a new window. And without me having to push any buttons, LinMail Pro is automatically inviting these people to connect with me. It's choosing friend. It's writing in a personal invite. You can see here it's saying, hi, Susan, came across your profile. Isn't this weather great and glorious, etc. Now what it's going to do is go to the next profile. It's going to find James. Again, right, he's in Minneapolis, Minnesota. It's going to do the same thing. Right, automatically, hey James, came across your profile, was intrigued, would love to connect. See how personal that invite is? And again, I'm not pushing any buttons right now. I'm just sitting here talking to you. So you can see as LinMail Pro works through all these different profiles, each person on this list is getting a targeted, personalized invitation that uses their first name, that talks about the weather, that says, hey, I live in Minneapolis, Minnesota too, whatever you want to bond around. But remember back to that search results screen. Think about all the different ways we can bond with people if we just filter those LinkedIn searches moving forward. So you filter it by college, industry, company name, city they live in, education, anything like that. Then you can find something personal to put in the invite. And oh, by the way, you can send out 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 invites like you're watching me do right now automatically using LinMail Pro. This is an incredible tool. This is why I love, love, love this little plugin and this approach on LinkedIn, because it marries the best of both worlds. All right, so I want you to get out there. I want you to go get LinMail Pro right now. Here's the website. You can see I have a link right below this video. Please use that link to go get LinMail Pro so they know I sent you. And then go ahead and purchase it. It works on Macs or PCs. But I'll tell you right now, yes, there's a monthly cost involved with LinMail Pro. Is it worth it? Of course it is. Yes, it will save you 30, 40, 50 hours a week in prospecting on LinkedIn. Here's the deal. You can do what I just showed you on this video, this training, one by one, right? Open a new window, send an invite, copy and paste. Or you can use a tool like LinMail Pro that automatically does it. Plus, LinMail Pro is going to do a bunch of other things automatically for you that I'll explain in the future modules. Now, here's the guy who created it, Lori Tubb. Great dude, very good customer service. He will take care of you. Tell him you're a student of mine. You know John Nemo. He knows me. He will take good care of you guys with LinMail Pro. But again, this is why I'm so excited about this. This is instant leads. This is going to be the fastest, easiest way to start generating meaningful prospects, meaningful leads. All right, with all that said, get after it, get going with LinMail Pro, and I'll see you on the next video.